I have a lot to say. Hi everyone, how are you? Today I wanted to make a video on manifestation and how you can manifest your desires. I'm going to be sharing everything that I know about law of attraction and creating the life of your dreams and turning your desires and your thought into physical matter. Okay, so I have my notes here that I'm looking at. So if I look over here, that's what I'm looking at. And so the first layer of manifestation is having clarity on what you want. And this is people like glaze over this because you would think that most people want what they want, but a lot of us actually don't know what we want. And it is so important to have crystal clarity around the things that you are wanting to create in your life. And I talked about this in another one of my videos on TikTok where I said, let manifestation be like a cup of coffee. Like when you go to get a cup of coffee, this is like the most brilliant way to break down manifestation. I'll break it down in this video, in this live stream as well. When you think to yourself, I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get a cup of coffee, what happens? You automatically have clarity of the outcome that you want, right? You want to get a cup of coffee. And then what happens? So you create this thought and this desire in your mind, right? You have a clarity, like this is what I want. It shows up in your mind, and then you start taking actionable steps towards that desire. So you put your shoes on, you grab your car keys, get in your car, and you drive to your local Starbucks. And as you're on the ride driving, you're not thinking to yourself, panicking, freaking out like, oh my God, what if they don't have cups? What if they run out of straws? What if they don't have the creamer that I want, or whatever, the ingredients? Like, you're not having a full-blown panic attack on all the reasons why Starbucks isn't going to have your order. You just simply trust that when you arrive, you're going to get exactly what you want. And that is the same thing when you are manifesting your desire. So you don't have any of these limitations. That's why you can just show up and go and get the drink that you want. And then when you arrive and you place your order, you're specific on your request, right? You don't just show up to Starbucks and you're like, oh, can I have some coffee? They're gonna be like, okay, what kind of coffee? Cold, hot? What kind of milk do you want? You want dairy, non-dairy milk? What kind of, do you want sugar? Like you're specific on your request. You know exactly what you're gonna get. You place a specific order. And then you trust that the Starbucks baristas are going to have the order ready for you on time. You're not like freaking out. You don't have like all these different thoughts of why it's going to be impossible. And the reason why is because we don't have limitations on getting coffees. Because that's not like, we don't pedestalize that. We don't put coffee on a pedestal like we do money or a new car or a relationship that we want, right? So that I broke down in another video of how this is how you should be viewing your manifestation. Now going back to the formula, so the first thing that you have to do is you have to get crystal clear on exactly what you want. So how can you figure out what you actually want? And the truth is that you will never be able to fully own your desire on what you want until you heal. Because if you still have a lot of healing work to do, there's ways around it, which I'll talk about. But if you have a lot of healing work to do, a lot of your desires are not even your own. A lot of the things that you want, you might want because you want to impress people, because you think that if you have this thing, it'll make you look a certain way. So how you know your desire is truly yours is, number one, if nobody saw you with it or knew that you had it, would you still want it? That's number one. Number two is, if you still can't figure out like what you want, it could be like career, it could be what kind of business, You want to create, it could be the kind of, like, it could be so many different things. Somebody asked if I'm still doing UGC. Yes, I'm still a UGC creator. This is my second page for spirituality, personal development, manifestation. And so, yeah, another way that you can figure out what you want is if, like I said, the first thing is if other people see me with it, would I still want it? If nobody knew that I had it, would I still want it? Number two is if there's a story attached to it. So if you're like, I want this thing because XYZ, blah, 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 your desires that you truly want, they won't make sense. You won't have the words to describe why you want to do that thing. You just have such a strong conviction that that is what you want. And then the third way to know what you want is look at what other people have. Like, who would you trade places with in this life? Whose life would you, like, if you could trade places with people, who would you trade places with? Who are you jealous of? Who do you feel like, oh my God, like I'm kind of like, there's a little bit of jealousy because that person has, and like, why? What do they have that you want? That is another way that you can figure out clarity on your desires. So once you have crystal clarity on your desires, now like the real work starts, because that's like one thing. I'm gonna look back at my notes. So this is when the real work starts. So the first thing that you have to do is, I'm gonna make a whole separate video on this, on like maybe like a free masterclass or something on YouTube, because this is really where people get tripped up. And in order to truly have a successful life, make a lot of money, have your dream partner, have your dream career, be in the best shape of your life, overall be a successful, well-rounded person. Like, I don't want manifestation people to come to me because they think like they have to rub crystals together. Like, I'm not that kind of person where I have like crystals and I do tarot. I'm a very practical person, and I'm also a spiritual person as well. And so what you have to do is you have to shift from victim consciousness to having full accountability over your life. This is so important. If you are still stuck in the victim mentality of life is happening to you, it's not fair, just like this victim energy, you will never get ahead. You will never get ahead because you're viewing life through the lens of it is happening to you, it's not fair. You want to view life through the lens of everything that has happened and is happening is for my greatest good. Okay, everything that is happening for you, that has happened in the past, that will happen, that is happening now, is for your greatest good. And you are fully responsible for your life and the life that you have created for yourself. And a lot of people don't want to admit this, accept this as the truth. But the truth is, your life is the way that it is because of your beliefs, your actions, your habits, your patterns, and who you are being. It is completely 100% your responsibility. I won't say it's your, I don't like saying the word fault, but it is your fault. Everything in your life is just a reflection of what's going on. And people who will end up losing in life, who will create a life that they don't like, who will stay stuck, the people like that will see that as, oh, you're blaming, but this circumstance. And the people who will win, winners like you and me, winners who are about personal development, winners who are do or die, we're going to achieve what we want to achieve no matter what. We have a self-accountable mindset, which means that we take full ownership and self-responsibility on everything in our life, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great. It is all our responsibility because it's our life, right? Like we can't, and the thing about this is it shows up in the most sneaky ways. There are still so many ways that I blame outwardly. There's so many ways, like literally over the summer, I had a huge release of like a huge block that I had, that I was still blaming my parents for certain things. So don't think that, because you might be thinking like, oh, like I don't have that problem, I take full responsibility. But the truth is there will be some areas that are hidden, that are shadows that you're unaware of, where you're still blaming outwardly. Okay? So to be a master of to master your life and your mind and your vision, to have full mastery over your life, is to take full accountability for your life, for everything, and this is really something that I saw with my mother growing up, how my mom is such a successful person. She's very successful in her career, in her life, with money, with her financial success. And I really think the reason this is for her, and what she showed me, was my mom even took accountability for the things that weren't even her fault. Like she would almost like look for things to take accountable. Like, yes, like I take accountability for it. Like I'm gonna fix it. Like it was really interesting watching that, how she would literally take accountability for things that had like nothing to do with her, and she would just take ownership of it and just like completely redo the whole thing. And it was just crazy. So I'm not saying you have to be on that level for other things outside of like yourself, but when it comes to yourself, you definitely need to take responsibility. So that's the first layer. The second layer, whew, oh my god, this is some deep-ish. Okay, I don't even know like how I can break this down. Like, okay, so I'll try to break this down as best way I can. So the second layer is awareness. Okay, so let me recap for all the new people coming in. The first layer we talked about was having clarity on your vision, on what you want to create, what, like holding the vision in your mind of the end goal, like being super specific. Like if like wanting more money is not a specific enough. Like how much money? Like wanting a new car is not enough. What kind of car? What color is it? What brand is it? What's the interior look like? Like being super specific, but not being specific on how it gets to you. So the road on which it comes, the channel which it manifests through, is none of your business. All you want to do is hold the image in your mind of what you want. You don't care about how it happens. Don't care about how it unfolds. That's not your problem. That's not what you should be focused on. All you should be focusing on is the feel-good state on how it feels, and holding the image in your mind, and the next layer, okay? So that was the first layer, clarity. Second layer, going from victim consciousness to self-accountable consciousness. Third layer that we're gonna unfold, which is a lot, is being aware. So this is when the human program of what you think you can achieve, like the limitations of our mind that's been put on us by society, teachers, parents, like everyone, like all the noise. And this is when like our human self and our spirit self, like our soul, our essence, like who we really are, right? And the human, all the human gunk, this is when these two identities start clashing. You want to be hyper self-aware of the thoughts that are going through your mind and everything that is contradicting why you can't have that thing. So let's say like you're trying to, I'm going to take this as an example because I love talking about money. Let's say you're trying to manifest your first $10,000 month online. And the reason why I have this example is because if you guys follow me on YouTube, you know that I just launched a new offer. It's called Your First 100K Online, the energetic blueprint and secrets to manifesting money online. And basically, this is gonna be a masterclass of all of my experience, knowledge, wisdom, codes, belief systems, inner work, identity shifting work that I had to go through in order to become the woman who was able to make money online. Because I think making money is so powerful, but making money online as a woman is like a whole different level because of the freedom and like all that stuff. So that's my offer, and that's available in my Stan Store. And so let's use that as an example. Let's say that you are wanting to make your first $10,000 month online, right? There is going to be a part of you who is sabotaging creating this new manifestation. There is going to be limiting thoughts on why you cannot achieve that thing. You're going to have to overcome not only your mindset, but also your different patterns, your nervous system, how you show up, your action. Like, this is when it really starts clashing, and when like the real inner work begins. So the first layer of this is being, and I'm looking at my notes here, being aware of your thoughts. Okay? Because the reason why you don't have what you want is because of your thoughts. Let me repeat that again. You cannot materialize your desires and your manifestations, your desired outcome, because of your thoughts, because of your thinking. Because the mind is the gatekeeper of everything. The action and the doing is what creates it, but the mind is the gatekeeper of the action. Like, if you don't have the right mindset as the foundation, taking all the and I know this because I'm a coach, because I don't just coach on this page. I'm a coach on, a lot of you guys know me from my UGC page, and I see this time and time again when people hire me to teach them about UGC and how to create a content business. How, like, I've had students who like literally sign up, like pay me thousands of dollars to teach them UGC, and they are the hardest working people. Like, they're doing all the right thing, they're taking all the right action, but because their mindset and their thoughts are sabotaging them, they can't reach the level that they want to reach. Even though they're doing all the right things, they have this contradicting thought. So your thought is what creates reality. The images that you hold in your mind, your subconscious thinking, it is what is creating your reality. It's the reason why you do or don't have money. It's the reason why you do or don't have your dream relationship, the body that you want, the house that you want to live in, the car that you want to drive. It's responsible for all. Like, mastering your mind is like key. It's key. So you want to be really aware of these self-sabotaging thoughts. So I'll give you an example from my life. So, this is like super deep. This is super duper deep. So I uncovered a massive block from my thoughts that was stopping my flow of abundance, because I had the subconscious thought that if I started making more money, that people would be upset with me. This was a subconscious thought. I didn't know until I did the digging. And every time I would think of myself, this is like so deep. This is so deep. And like kind of personal. But like every time I would think of myself, like I would hold images in my mind of like money showers. Like, I would literally picture myself being in a bathtub with like $100 bills, and like $100 bills like falling from the sky just like magically. And I would be in the ocean, and the ocean was just filled with like money. It wasn't even water. It was like I was swimming in $100 bills, and the sky was like made of gold. And then you know what happened? I would like picture this, and I would put myself in my body. I would feel so open. Like, I would feel relaxed, and I would feel like literally put myself in the feeling state of abundance. And then do you know what would happen? I would have this sneaky image come into that picture. So I'm visualizing this. And then all of a sudden I get an image of family members struggling, like my poor family members who like don't have a lot of money. I would get pictures of them like being poor. Hold on, I'm getting like text messages from people. So that's what would happen to me. Wait, let me read the comments. For over 25 years, I self-sabotage. I am free now, thanks to God. That's amazing. So that's what would happen. And so I had to be aware of these thoughts that were like self-sabotaging me. So you want to be really aware of your thoughts. And the only way to be aware of your thoughts is for you to be fully present. And this is like layer by layer. So you have to, first of all, you got to be aware. You got to be aware of the self-sabotaging thoughts. In order to be aware of the self-sabotaging thoughts, you have to be super present. You can't be in your head. You can't be like you have to be fully immersed in your body and be the observer of your thoughts. I know this might be like a lot for people who have never heard of this kind of like manifesting, or like you've never heard of thought work, subconscious work. So just ask me any questions in the comments if you have any. Like, I'm here to answer questions. And in order, so like here's the next layer. So you have to be aware of your thoughts and your thinking. In order to do that, you have to be present. And in order to do that, you have to, okay, let me read what I wrote here. You must be present. To do this, you need to take care of your body, and you need to disengage from these thoughts. So what does this mean? Let me break this down. This means that you are going to create more negative thinking and negative thoughts that is sabotaging your ultimate vision and goal and manifestation. Wait, let me turn my phone on like do not disturb because I'm getting super distracted by all these messages. Okay. I'm so happy I have the iPhone because all I have to do, I don't even have to touch my phone. I just like put do not disturb on my laptop and then it does it. So let me break this down for you guys. So you can create negative thinking with the type of food that you're eating. If you're filling yourself up with junk food, processed food, fried food, refined sugar, you're just filling yourself up with junk, this does not create a clear channel for you to be able to receive downloads from the universe, for you to be able to be present in your body. This is going to dysregulate you. You're going to become dysregulated in your nervous system, and you're not going to be your highest self. So you don't want to ruin the vessel. You have to take care of the vessel. Second thing, what I mean by take care of your body is if you are consuming media, social media, TV shows, music, that is going to contradict the opposite of what you're trying to create. So if you're trying to manifest the love of your life and you're listening to music about men ain't ish, and I went through a heartbreak and guys suck and I'm heartbroken and I left him, or you're watching shows about heartbreak, like that's contradictive. That's contradictive. That's going to create more subconscious thoughts. It's going to feed your subconscious, and it's going to create more negative thinking that's going to counteract your manifestation. So you need to protect your mind and protect your body when you are creating, when you are trying to manifest. How I do this is I only consume whole foods. I follow a paleo lifestyle diet, and I limit and don't listen to things that are counteract. Like I don't watch movies and TV shows with a bunch of poverty in it when I'm trying to, make millions of dollars. Like that doesn't make sense. You don't want to do that to yourself. And you might be addicted to these things. Like you might be addicted to negative thinking. You might be addicted to unhealthy food. You might be addicted to these shows. So you have to get yourself unaddicted. You have to stop engaging. It's so important. And this is like the real reason why a lot of people struggle with manifesting, because you are creating in your subconscious the opposite of what you're trying to create. So they're fighting each other. They're literally fighting each other. the next layer of that is, oh my God, this is like really life-changing. This was super life-changing for me. I talked about holding the image in your mind. And what you want to do is you want to create emotional resonance with what you with what you're trying to create, as if you already had it. So you don't want to be in this energy of like, I'm not there yet, like I'm getting the thing, I'm chasing the thing. You want to bring it into the now. You want to animate emotions, like how you would feel when you get it is how you want to feel right now. So your emotional body, your nervous system, basically like all like the emotions that's swimming in your body, like how your body's reacting, you want to match it and align with how you would feel. So think about how you would feel if you started making $20,000 a month, right? If that's your goal. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less, I don't know. I'm just using it as an example. 20K online. How would that feel? Like, think about how open you would feel, how safe you would feel, how supported you would feel. Think about how, like, you would just feel so relaxed, right? Like, think about all those positive emotions and start feeling that way now. And the thing about it is, everything that we want is just because of a feeling anyway. Like, the reason why you want more money, you want to get fit, you want to manifest your soulmate, is because you believe that when you get that thing, it's going to make you feel a certain way and you're going to have that identity. It's about feeling and it's about identity. That's what it's really about. So, like, feel those emotions right now. Feel it right now. And then the last layer that I have for you guys, and we can like have a little chit chat in the comments, is receiving, letting it be done. Don't dig up the plant. Don't go looking for it. Just be in the receiving energy of it. Kind of like what I talked about before. Move in faith, leave it alone, and act as if. Don't go looking like, where is it? Move in faith, act as if it's already happened. That's what you want to do. So that is my manifesting formula. My phone's on 10%, you guys. Do you guys have any questions for me? I know this was kind of a short live. After this, I'm gonna have a dinner. I'm so excited to go grab some dinner. It's gonna be so delicious. Any questions, comments, concerns, things you want to say? Like, what are you guys calling in for 2026? What are you guys calling in? I'm curious to know what you guys are trying to manifest. I would love to know. I don't see any questions or comments from you guys. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop this video up and I'm gonna put these clips onto TikTok and Instagram. Thank you. I'm ready to start. Yay! I'm so excited. So just to let you guys know, I'm gonna be like 10 times more active than what I have been, because like I always have so many things going on, and I'm like, I need to prioritize building this community up. And so if you don't already follow me on YouTube, definitely follow me there, subscribe, because I am doing a 21-day challenge. So I'm gonna be posting on YouTube every single day for the next 21 days about money. I'm getting the courage together, and I can tell I'm going to actually do it. Yay, yay, I love that. So I'm hosting this 21-day series about money on YouTube, and in parallel, I'm also launching a workshop, a masterclass called Your First 100K Online. This is a 3-hour live masterclass. It's going to be hosted on December 17th. So in about 2.5-ish weeks, we're going to be live together over Zoom. And it's basically going to be me teaching you, giving you the energetic codes. It's the energetic blueprint to manifesting money online specifically. So whether you are already making money online and you want to make more, or you're not making any money online, you're at a 9-to-5 or like a brick and mortar business and you want to start making money online, this isn't like a practical like masterclass. This is all about the energetics, the belief systems, the identity work, the inner work. I'm going to be giving you guys codes, all of that. That's what it's going to be. And it's going to be hosted, like I said, on the 17th. Yay. All right, you guys, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to let you guys go, and then I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube, and I will see you guys in my next live stream. I'll see you guys on YouTube as well. Awesome. Thanks. Bye. Yay. Bye. It was so nice having you. And yeah, I will leave, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will leave the link to the masterclass that I'm hosting. And I will also leave some other resources as well. If you're watching this right now live on TikTok, then you guys can go into my Stan store to check it out if you want to join us on the 17th. Either way, I will see you guys in my next video, my next live stream. Bye. See you.